Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever wanted to talk about all the cool things you've tried, but, in Korean? Well, today, we're going to dive into a super useful grammar pattern that lets you do exactly that. Let's get right into it.
So let me just ask you, have you ever tried making your own kimchi? That amazing, spicy, fermented cabbage? It's such a classic Korean experience, but how would you actually say that in Korean? Well, you'd say it just like this. 김치를 만들어봤어요. This sentence is going to be our key for today. It uses the grammar pattern a or bwa-sseo-yo, which is all about talking about your experiences, the things you've tried out just to see what they're like. Okay, the best way to make new grammar stick is to actually say it out loud. Seriously. So we're going to do a quick repetition drill. I'm going to say each sentence 3 times, and I want you to repeat after me each time. You ready? Let's do this. First up, our kimchi sentence. Repeat after me. 김치를 만들어봤어요. 김치를 만들어봤어요. And one more time. 김치를 만들어봤어요. Awesome! And that, of course, means I tried making kimchi. You've just told someone you have the experience of making it yourself. Great job! Let's move on to the next one. All right, next experience. Let's talk about food. Okay, repeat after me 3 times. 불고기를 먹어봤어요. 불고기를 먹어봤어요. Last time, 불고기를 먹어봤어요. So what did you just say? You said, I've tried eating bulgogi. You're telling someone you've had that delicious, savory experience. You are doing great. Let's keep this momentum going. How about some K-pop or maybe a classic Korean ballad? Let's give this one a shot. Repeat after me. 한국 노래를 불러봤어요. 한국 노래를 불러봤어요. Okay, one last time with feeling. 한국 노래를 불러봤어요. And this is a perfect example of how you can talk about cultural experiences. You just said, I tried singing a Korean song. Doesn't matter if it was at a noraebang or just in your shower. You gave it a try. Let's try another cultural experience, this time about something you might wear. Ready? Repeat after me. 한복을 입어봤어요. 한복을 입어봤어요. Excellent. Again. 한복을 입어봤어요. And just like that, you said, I tried wearing a hanbok. What a beautiful and memorable experience to share, right? So the key takeaway here is that this grammar works for all kinds of actions. Okay, here we go, our final sentence in the drill. I have a feeling this one might be true for a lot of you out there. Let's say it together. 한국 영화를 봤어요. 한국 영화를 봤어요. One more time for good measure. 한국 영화를 봤어요. And that means, I've watched a Korean movie. Congratulations. You've just practiced 5 different ways to talk about your experiences. I'm telling you, that repetition is going to make a huge difference. So now that you've got the sound and the feel of it, let's actually break down the grammar. That way you can use it with any verb you want. Let's get into the mechanics and see how it's all put together. The heart of everything we just practiced is this pattern, a or bwa-sseo-yo. You use this when you want to say you've personally tried doing something, to test it out, to experience it, just to see what it's all about. It's really that simple. And building this is actually super simple. It's just 3 steps. First, you grab a verb stem, like muk from mukda, to eat. Second, you add the connector, boda, which means to try doing. And finally, you just change boda to its past tense form, 봤어요. And boom, 먹어봤어요. You've done it. All right, so you've got the basics down pat. But there are a couple of key details that'll make you sound even more natural. Let's look at a common point of confusion and, of course, how to say no. Okay, this is really important. These 2 patterns might seem similar, but there's a subtle difference. The one we're learning today, 봤어요, really focuses on the act of trying something out. The other one, 본 적이 있어요, is more about just stating a fact that you have that experience in your past. Think of it like the difference between saying, I tried it, versus I've done it before. So what if you haven't tried something? It's easy. The negative form is 아직 안 해봤어요, or 아직 못 해봤어요. This basically means I haven't tried it yet. And that yet is a really key part of the meaning. So if someone asks if you've tried making kimchi, you can just say, 아니요, 아직 안 만들어봤어요. You've done the drill. You understand the rules. Now comes the most important part, actually putting it all into practice. Let's get you ready to use this in your own real-life conversations. Here is one last example, just to inspire you. 한국어로 편지를 써봤어요. That means I tried writing a letter in Korean. See? It works for literally any activity you can think of that you've tried or experienced for yourself. So here is your big takeaway tip. As soon as we're done here, take just 1 minute. Think of 3 things you have actually tried. It could be a new food, a new hobby, a place you visited, and try to form a sentence for each one using 봤어요. This is how you really make it your own. So I'll leave you with this question. What's something you've tried? It can be big, it can be small, doesn't matter. Think about it and then try to say it out loud, right now, using the grammar we learned today. Go on, give it a try. Thanks so much for joining me.